Alright, what is up, y'all? We're here today for PCL Week 9, going up against Obo, who has taken over for the Trenton Thunderous and our buddy Brendan. Brendan had a gross, fucking, disgusting, stupid, gross team, and actually I built his team for him knowing how he plays and how he does things as a player, and then the team got taken over, and I was like, fuck. Alright, well, we'll change a few things around. So, I'm not going to do team builders for the rest of the season. I do enjoy doing them, but playoffs are getting awfully close, and if somebody wants to scout me, I'm going to make them work a little bit harder to do it. So, just looking at his team, we'll just go over it real quick. He's got Zygarde 50, Ninetales Alola, Serena, Porygon 2, 23578, Mandibuzz, Toxapex, Volcarona, Regular Rotom, Mega Metagross, and Lycanroc Day. I told you it was I tried to tell you it was gross. And yeah, you can see my 6, you can see his 6. Briefly, we'll just go over the things that I have. I have a really fun Kartana set this week, but it doesn't actually do anything, so I'm not going to bring it up. Which is Grassium Z is all I'm going to say about it. Beedrill is just, I believe it was Defog 3 attacks. Uxie is just hard. It's my only thing to deal with Mega Metagross other than Scarf Chomp, so it's kind of just there to be bulky and have a Rocky Helmet. Hitmonlee is Life Orb Reckless. Everything not named Rotom does not want to take a Reckless high jump kick, but Rotom is obviously there, so we got to be careful for that. And then Greninja is Expert Belt for attacks. Now, getting into this, it was kind of weird because when we originally connected, he brought 5 Mons and he had a Roserade over his Rotom, and I was like, what the fuck? Wait. I have Roserade. Baby, what is you doing? And it was just weird, so it took us a little longer to get started. And it was unfortunate because when we had to lead so we get X out of the battle, he led with Porygon 2 and I led with Uxie, and he got his download boost in attack, or in special attack. So before the battle even started, he already knew I was going to be defensive Uxie, which Obo being a pretty good player probably already knew because he has a Mega Metagross and a Zygarde and whatnot, but it would just already seem like I was on the back foot as of turn 1. So let's go ahead or turn -1 rather. So we'll go ahead and jump into it. I have a designated lead in Beedrill because it beats his entire team, it prevents Veil, it does so much damage to so many of his things, and he didn't bring Toxapex or Volcarona, so I don't have to worry about Flame Body, and I don't have to worry about being scalded to death. So he's going to lead off with that Porygon 2. Also, I apologize again, guys. I'm almost done being sick, I think. It was 80 degrees today, so I'm hoping my fucking immune system can catch up. So I'm in with LB. We can just Mega Evolve. I can try to collect Knockoff if I want, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to drop to a Foul Play. So I'm probably not going to do that. If he really doesn't want this thing to be knocked, he'll switch out, but I'm just going to go for the U-turn. We'll do about, what, 35% or so, maybe 30. And we'll switch out. That's damage we take those, you know? We take that damage. Not those, that's one singular damage. So we go into our Dark Resist, which is the 120 base attacker, so that still does a chunk. And yeah, Pichu's there. So I'm going to go ahead and click that knockoff. Rotom's right there. I'm not clicking anything but knockoff. We're going to knock off that Mandibuzz's helmet. I don't know why I got real Russian there for a second. So we knock off the Rocky Helmet. I'm going to switch out. I don't want to take a Foul Play. I don't want to take a Brave Bird. I don't want to take any of those things. And I figured, honestly, he would just roost. But he's going to go for the Foul Play and do a fucking shitload to my Garchomp, which, unfortunately, is my win con. So that's fun. Now, originally this was going to have a name for Brendan, but it had colons in it. So Dye couldn't get it to work, so he just made it say Dye can't gen. So I go for Stone Edge. It does 40%, and that was like max roll. Mandibuzz is disgusting. Jesus Christ, Mandibuzz is so gross. So I'm going to go right back out into Froppy. I thought, honestly, he could just click Roost until I miss. That kind of seemed like a thing that, like with such a defensive team, you can do stuff like that. You know, you have answers to all my stuff. You don't really mind having to swap out on the next turn. So he's going to withdraw Mandibuzz, and I'm just going to click Ice Beam. I don't really want to do stuff and things, but like I gotta click Ice Beam. I gotta hope he can. I gotta try to get some kills, man. Fuck. So we go for Ice Beam on the Porygon 2, which doesn't do jack diddly dick. It does like maybe 15-20%, and it's disgusting. So I need to knock this fucking thing off. I need to get it out of here. I need to just fucking make it stop. So we're going to Flat Stanley. He's gonna go for Recover. And we're gonna try to see if we can get some things and some stuff going. So I could have knockoff. I figured he would want to swap out. Yeah, he doesn't swap out. I figured he'd just go hard Mandy Buzz, and I wanted to get some more momentum with Greninja, but he just goes for the foul play, and double 1 of 2 spoilers does not work out. So that doesn't work out, so now I'm just swapping around all over the goddamn place. We'll go into Brain. So Brain's very, very, very bulky. Even though he doesn't have any special investment, he is still a fucking Uxie, so we eat those. So we can go ahead and get up our rocks. I figured I might just, because if he weakens this with Porygon 2, then Mega Metagross has a much easier time. So just in case he wanted to stay in and click Shadow Ball, I'm gonna go for the knockoff. It's fine, we get some chip off on the Mega Metagross. So he actually goes hard into Mega Metagross on my Mega Metagross counter. So I'm fine with this. This is all fucking fine and dandy. I'm gonna just stay in and I'm gonna click Stealth Rock. Actually, no, I think I click Foul Play first. Yeah, that does a little bit less than half of what my HP was at the time. So I'm gonna go for the Foul Play. We get a sizable chunk, a pallet of damage off on this Mega Metagross. And he goes for the mash and misses, so I get my rocks up. But this actually doesn't matter because he doesn't kill me, and he's going to die to Rocky Helmet anyways. So now my next move is going to fail because I will have no target left to hit. I feel like that's an Ariana Grande song waiting to happen. No target left to hit. Lol. EP coming soon. So the foul play fails. And now he's going to go into Ninetales. Now, I did have rest on Uxie, and I was debating on going for it that turn, but I didn't actually want to let him get up his Veil and then a Nasty Plot or something along those lines. So I wasn't going to, well, I didn't want to do all that. So we're just going to let this die, and the fact that he goes for Freeze Dry rather than any status move, no Veil, any of that kind of stuff, I was like, okay, this thing's fucking offensive. Is he like Scarf or Specs or something? So he goes for Freeze Dry, and we see that he is in fact Scarf. Freeze Dry at Tide, coming back to haunt us. But Beedrill's bulky, man. Beedrill's got decent SPDF, and I have some HP investment, so Poison Jab is going to drop that thing on his frosty little neck. Holy shit. Yeah, so we'll take some chip. We'll be just about at half. And unless he's Adamant boosting item, we are out of range of the extreme speed. So I don't want to take any more hail damage because I want to stay out of range of that E-speed. He actually doesn't have a Stealth Rocker on his team since Mega Metagross has died. And we can do fucking 50%, dude. Zygarde took 50%. Not Zygarde 50%. Zygarde took 50% from a U-turn. And now Zygarde's just in here, and it's going to take some hail damage. It's going to 1,000 Arrows my Kartana, which I do have a little bit of investment, so we eat that fairly well. And we take our hail damage as well. We see that we're faster. He is in range, so I figured he would want to switch out, especially if he was E-speed or something. So I'm going to just click SD. He's going to go into Mandy Buzz, which takes rocks damage. He's at about, what, 55-60%, something like that. I'm going to click SD, and we are Gracium Z Kartana. You've seen the thumbnail. You know that things and stuff are happening. So Kartana is just going to drop that fucking hot, frothy Z-move load, and we're going to hope to God we can take out the Mandy Buzz. So Kartana at +2 does, if I remember correctly, to max fucking Mandy Buzz, he does about 60% minimum to Mandy Buzz. So I wasn't 100% sure if this was a roll. I wasn't 100% sure what the fuck was going on, but there was a button there, and I clicked it, and it died, and I take that. That's fine. So Mandy Buzz goes down. That makes it at least a little bit easier for Hitmonlee late game, for stuff like Scarf Trump late game, and now he's going to go into G-Easy, which is the Rotom. Now, we have already seen Scarf Ninetales, but when I was looking at matchup, I realized Scarf Rotom actually kind of fucking dicks me down, and we see that he is in fact double Scarf, and Kartana goes down, which is unfortunate. But I'll trade a kill and some information for my Kartana, so that's fine. So now we're going to go into Froppy, and this is where I fuck up. So Rotom is his win con at this point. He predicts me to double, and he just goes for the Shadow Ball again, which was either he was just trying to sack this and get this game over with, or he predicted the ever-living fuck out of me and took out my win con, which was the last thing I had to break that Porygon 2. Now we are in fucking trouble. I can't break Porygon 2. I only do about 40%, if even that much, with Scarf Outrage, so I needed to put him in Outrange. So he's got P2. At least we have rocks up. Originally, I had T-Spikes on this team, but I ended up taking it off, and I fucking regret it. So, Dark Pulse goes off. We'll do not a lot. We will do not a lot to Porygon 2, and now we see it's going to be one of those kind of battles. So, I have no way to break this. I can either switch into Beedrill and go for the poison and die to a foul play, or I can just sit here and click buttons, make him waste some recovers, and if we get a secondary effect, then, you know what, I'm just going to say it. I realize at this point my only option is to freeze this man, and I need this W, so I'm going to try. Fuck it. It's a shitty thing to do, but if it's your win con, you got to take it, right? What's famous last words are, hacks is a win con. So we're going to go for the Ice Beam, and we freeze the duck. I am so sorry, Obo, you're fucking outplaying me, and I freeze you, and I feel bad, but it was my only play. You gotta do what you gotta do, and we take those. Honestly, we take those. It was the 4th Ice Beam that froze him, so, I mean, that's a higher percentage than a Scald Burn. It's not completely, you know, unorthodox that would happen, and I will say he had the momentum in the battle. I could not break P2. He probably won from here on out, but the only problem with having a defensive-oriented team is you do have to take more hits, and if those hits have secondary effects, obviously you're going to have a higher chance of getting those secondary effects. So that does suck, and I am sorry. Once again, if I was Brendan, I would just go, but I'm not, and he is no longer in this league, and it's unfortunate. RIP Brendan. Can we get Fs in the chat for Brendan? Good God. So he's going to go into Rotom. If he's Scarf Wisp, I guess it could be a bit of a problem, but like I said, we're pretty bulky on Beedrill, quote unquote bulky on Beedrill, so we're gonna live that with 14. I can get off some huge poison jab damage. Resisted? I don't know, man. That didn't look resisted to me. So now after he takes Rocks one more time, he is gonna be in Water Shuriken range, so he's just gonna take us out with that with the Shadow Ball. And now I know for a fact that unless he crits me, Froppy lives the Shadow Ball, since he is in fact Scarf. He can go into P2 if he wants, but I think it's actually better for me. So he just goes for the Shadow Ball. Please don't crit. Please don't fucking crit me. He didn't crit me. Thank God. Greninja making up for all those times he's only gotten 2 hits this season and doesn't die. So picking up his actually I don't remember how many kills it has, but he's picking up at least a kill. So Rotom goes down. Now all that's left is P2, and okay, we'll let the turn play out. All that's left is P2, and I need him not to thaw. Dear sweet fat 6-pound 8-ounce baby Jesus and your little golden fleece huggies, please don't let this fucking P2 thaw. I already froze him. I've already committed fucking the most atrocious of status conditions on this man. If he thaws right now and kills me and beats me, I'm going to shit a brick. I'm gonna shit something, I'll tell you that. So please, for the love of fucking God, don't you, P2, don't you do it. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Okay, he did. Oh, thank God. Okay. Those are the eyes of a serial killer. So Greninja kills Porygon 2 through fucking luck alone, and we win versus Obo, and we take the, I believe it was a 2-0 victory. It was either a 2-0 or 1-0. I don't know, man. This was a stressful fucking battle. I did not like this matchup. Well, it's not the matchup that was gross. It was just the opponent's team as a whole was just bulky as shit. Once Hitmonlee went down, I had very little ways to break it, and we had to rely on hacks. But you know what? As they say in the Wild Wild West, we take those. So once again, Obo, I am sorry. You probably deserve that W, and you know, I had to do what I had to do, and I'm sorry. But he played well. Definitely check him out. I'll leave his link down below. Once again, leave a F in the chat for Brendan, and we'll see you guys next week where we go against Serene Grace and the Chicago Shaman Sky. Bye forever.